Someone had the nerve to ask me, what happens if Boland shows up at your house? I said, well, if he shows up at my house, then we got a problem then, don't we? He ain't gonna show up. I mean, he knows where I live. If he wants to show up, if he wants that kind of embarrassment, he can show up. He's more than welcome. You know what I'm saying? Huh? I can't smile. Sorry. Too fat. Well, there are fat people that are fatter than me that can actually smile. My mouth is too small. It's the native in me. I'm of Native American ancestry. Fuck. I'm probably of Chinese, which explains why I'm so good at Kung Fu. Huh. I don't know. But Boland? Get a life. Another thing I want to explain, I want to get off my chest is, there's this guy on this platform named Chief X. And I like him. He calls out the culture vultures, the fake pretendians who pretend that think they're the original Native Americans. They're indigenous to land, but they're actually their origins come from West Central Africa. They also claim to be the real ancient Egyptians. And I just think it's funny that how our education system has failed a lot of the people in the black community. Or is they're just listening to these these idiots, these Moors or these Hebrew Israelites that are false prophets. They're teaching false education that's lies, and a lot of the people in the black community are falling for it. As crazy to me is how any fucking human being with a brain can listen to someone who has 0 degree, 0 education, and any fucking thing, but people do it. And it's crazy. It's sad, but people like Boland is a good example. He listens. People listen to him. His subscribers will donate money to him, not realizing, not taking consideration, what is this? They don't even ask where the money is going to. They just fucking donate out the fucking blue. Just giving him money. It'd be like me going out on the street just handing a bunch of people just random money. Just fucking $5, $50. And just hand it to them. That's what they do. And humans are supposed to be the smartest animals on the planet, right? But yet, a lot of them lack consciousness, lack brains, and it's just crazy how I believe that roaches are smarter than humans. I think mice, rats, and animals, all animals have the intelligence that most humans don't, that lack. I believe pigs are smarter than most humans. I believe a cow is. I believe a freaking fly is smarter than half of the fucking human race. I really do. Because the ones that don't use their brains is the reason why fucking flies, rats, mice, insects, a freaking fish is smarter than you. A freaking fish. A donkey. A fucking donkey is smarter than any human. A lot of humans. A freaking donkey. A fucking chicken is smarter than a lot of humans. Hell, the dumbest person on the planet is smarter than half of these fucking humans. We went from being our brains back in the beginning. We used to be dumb. Like we didn't lack common sense. From lacking common sense to now, our intelligence level dropping down tremendously. We at one time used to be intelligent. Now it seems like since Trump and our country, since education, our schools, our the money, and I blame a lot of that shit on people not doing the research. Research is a very, 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 very valuable source. Research. Google has always been free and people don't know how to do research. Simple research. Online. The internet. I understand you cannot believe everything on there, but the internet does supply us with enough information, enough sources. There's plenty of source sites. Statica, all of them. There's a bunch of others. I can't name them all, but Statica is a source page I like to use. Very, 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 very resourceful. There's plenty of sources on the internet you can use. Don't use Google or just go to Google or go to Yahoo or wherever you still use the search engine you use and type in Statica or sources. There's plenty of sites that come up and use those and use them to your knowledge, and they'll tell you who's the original people to this land. Ancestry.com helps too. DNA tests help with a lot of you fake Moors, you fake, you culture vultures. Use DNA. DNA does not lie. And I was on TikTok, man. These fucking wabos, man, they're fucking dumb as fuck. They say that these DNA places like to lie, and like they'll say some stuff like they'll alter your DNA. How the fuck do you alter DNA? They can't alter DNA. This ain't no sci-fi movie. You cannot alter someone's DNA. How do you fucking do that? Unless you're fucking an animal. But people don't do that. Well, there probably are people that do that in the hills. I'm talking about like they don't. Ancestry.com. These DNA does not lie. DNA is a fact. And they'll come up with some excuse and say, "Well, that's not that's not true. We have our real sources." No, your real sources are fucking fake. Blackwashing, whitewashing history, and not being honest. And there's fact checkers that will tell them that they're not the real native indigenous peoples to this land. The real indigenous people of the land are still here. The Apache, a lot of them are still here, and they hate the fact that there's people that are not indigenous to this land that are claiming that they are. That's fraud. That's just like Kenny Bolin. They're frauds. They're fakes, like Kenny Bolin. Yeah. There's a lot of them, and that's not intelligence. That's non-intelligent people. There's too many of you non-intelligent people, even on this platform. Not just on TikTok. TikTok exposes dumb people. The dumbassery is exposed on TikTok. But this platform has too. Hasn't done it in a long time because TikTok has taken over. But the Facebook does that too. Very good at it. The social media does a very, very excellent job of exposing dumbass people. Like the comments on Facebook are wild as hell. People just don't have no brain cells left. It's crazy that there's a lot of dumb people like Kenny Bolin still walking this planet. That should educate themselves on not scamming people and lying. Your fake Philippine charities. Well, the Steel Toe show said they're alleged. No, they're not alleged, Steel Toe. They're real. They're legit Philippine scams. And if you get a hold of my spies, my people that I've been talking to, they'll tell you, they'll send you proof of his fake Philippine charities. That they're not alleged. They're legit scam. So yeah, he's on Facebook. There's a bunch of them. There's quite a few of them on Facebook. Go to the exposing the star faker Kenny Bolin. It's a real Facebook page. Exposing the star faker Kenny Bolin. Like there is evidence. So still told they're not alleged Philippine scams. They're real Philippine scams. They're not alleged. He's a scam artist. He's a fraud. It's enough's enough of this being a con artist. Y'all need to go to jail. They all need to end up like Bernie Madoff in prison forever. But there's too many fucking people in prison. A lot of innocent people in prison that should not be there. Most of them are black people that should not be there. But prisons are profitable. They're profitable organizations. They're basically making money off of just locking people up. And the cops that are doing that are not good people. They're bad guys. Cops who just lock up random people, especially people of color, and put them in prison for no fucking reason, just to make money, just for the government, profit, modern day slavery, are criminals. Yeah, bad guys. A black man could just be walking down the street and he could be stopped by the cops and arrested and sent to prison just for no fucking reason. Just for profit, to make money off of him. To be a slave in our prison systems. That's fucked up. That's capital. That's like capitalism, but it's a big part of capitalism. Seems like, yeah, we're not in the 1800s. We're not pre 1865, but slavery still exists. Yes, but it's in our prison systems. Yeah, it's true. It's already been proven. And you ask anybody who's been to prison on this platform that prisons are a profit. You're basically a slave to the system. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. You can escape, but you'll be a fugitive. They'll kill you too if you escape. Yeah, there is no such thing as a good government. All governments are bad. No such thing. But have a good weekend, everybody.